our history. Like we're too fucking scared to see where the day goes. The brave men come along and weaving the rainbow and take hold of this crumbling structure. The days of blind faith are quickeningly numbered. A dying breed that we're trying to forget. The new real people. God bless. Cry for me, I want you to die for me. I want you to give up your life for me. I made you, so you owe me. I am your maker, you are below me. Cry for me, I want you to die for me. I want you to give up your life for me. I made you, so you owe me. I am your God, you are below me. So few left, so few left, so few left, so few left now. And I see so many things around me. I would change if I could. I would change if I could. And I know everywhere that I go, there's too much that I know. There's too much that I know. Oh, so few left, so few left, so few left, so few left.
Yo, there are a couple of weeks before Atlanta shakes the winter off. When the air is thin and soft and my mind wanders getting lost in its thoughts. Not of the Pentecost or hateful words in the mosque or a synagogue, or politicians riffing on the vibes they're giving off, or generals commanding their soldiers in the war. The world's a little torn, I'll admit it isn't all that we are wishing for. This is my missive, y'all. We spend our days occupied by our life views and all the bullshit we feel we have to fight through. Struggle or we might lose footing, get the right shoes, make the right move or it'll come back to bite you. We're not meant to be so mired in the entropy, centipedes of the universe scurrying endlessly. Working through malaise for the pension, haven't slept in days, pensive I'm a slave and this desk is just a cage question. How are we different from the other 99% of species that perished without anyone noticing? Another 3 billion years down the road, who is gonna give a fuck how many records I sold? We're the anomaly, the philosophical zombie hypocrisy. Animals that see themselves consciously, it's got to seem a bit odd to be so invested in the monotony. Yes, I should just disconnect logically. What's stopping me? Well, there are a couple of weeks before the spring sweeps through Atlanta's grim streets, making tree limbs leaf. The air gives me goosebumps, sun descends, watching how off the sky becomes again. I realize I waited all day to see this fade and bleed of reds, blues, grays, and greens. 150 trillion meters shining rays to trees. Man, this earth is a fucking beautiful place to be. Go. Short ride, man. But glad I got to take it. Yeah.
thumbs up, a middle finger. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'm a good dad but better sister. It's so hard for you to get the clue, knowing your dream catcher will never catch the pitch you threw. If you knew better, you prepare for the worst. Either the worst gets the best of me or the rest of me gets better first. It's all the same, capillary closes down, crushing veins, the blood can never make it out. Catch the fairy with a feather in your cap, you gon' pay a pretty penny for that pleasure in your lap. The cat purrs with the promise that acts like an actor who was always better in the past. You got a chip on your shoulder so it's cold. Could've jumped in hot springs but instead waited for winter snow. So now we're both walking down the same road in the same pair of shoes, ready to get back home. Although the beauty's all around me, it's so easy to feel like I'm so drowning. Hey, set sail for the shore now, dead nails that we can learn another lesson if we exhale. Although the beauty's all around me, it's so easy to feel like I'm so drowning. Hey, set sail for the shore now, dead nails, bet we can learn another lesson if we exhale. King by design, peasant by mother nature, old soul, trapped in a new age. I try to savor with a message in my eyes, but by the time it finally ended, I was fooled by gold snakes. Both gates opened up and tore me apart as they throw the low blow from the high horse afar. Light shining through a December witch hunt. I try to kiss karma, but my shin got kicked. Try to keep 'em alive, I flip it upside down. Kill 'em with kindness, but usually get punked. So now I ask you to take a chance. Allow me to help you think without trying to make you dance. And may we focus on the bigger picture. You always feel smaller and the world it just gets bigger. Now let that thought linger like a figure 8. If you threw a middle finger, then I'm watching you disintegrate. I know a lot of people came from the underground, but as they climbed up, their egos got stuck up in the clouds. It's such a shame to see the ones you look up to fall in flames, and now they crawl with chains on their ankles, afraid to change and take an angle that would fit in the picture frame perfectly. And it hurts me to see them go where the mask goes. Brightest star in the sky turns into a black hole. Although the beauty's all around me, it's so easy to feel like I'm so drowning. Hey, set sail for the shore now, dead nails, bet we can learn another lesson if we exhale. Although the beauty's all around me, it's so easy to feel like I'm so drowning. Hey, set sail for the shore now, dead nails, bet we can learn another lesson if we exhale.
Coffee, but now my girl knows I don't like talking she knows not to take it personal until I've had a cigarette. My mood is irreversible. That's how it's always been, but things have gotten worse. It's now for me to start the day, I gotta pop a perk. Started out for fun, it was purely recreation, but now my mind is on a permanent vacation. Lost my motivation, lost my inspiration. My mission every day is escaping from reality. Calling people back or paying bills, a technicality. It doesn't really matter, cause as long as I got 20 pills, a couple new movies, and my girl comes to my house to chill. I even got her hooked for a while when she asked how's it feel. But she's responsible, she passed that phase. Now people look at her like, why the fuck he act that way? I got her about 3 years ago. We were doing a show. I already drank like usual, cause we drink for every show. And my homeboy asked, hey, you wanna try Percocet? And I was like, oh, okay, I'll try it. He's like, yeah, you'll have more fun. So I remember doing that show, and it was just like, boom. It was like, everything was so much brighter. You can ask anybody that does dope, the opiate is like utopia. It's tough to cope with it. I quit for 6 weeks and do it for 2 months. The problem with that, I was just gonna do it once. One day turns to 2 into a week, till I'm locked inside my house enough time to do a freak. Jump around my living room at 5 in the morning with the music so loud you think that I was performing. And if that ain't a warning that I've gone too far, after shopping I can never seem to find my car. And it's shocking, that's a fact, when you're walking forth and back and you're talking to your dogs, and your dogs are talking back, and they're not even with you, they are back up at your place, only to find you're in the back room scratching at your face. And I'm trapped in outer space, by then you'd figure it's quits. I fall asleep sitting up with the cigarette lit. Shit, wake up. I started getting more deep into it, and I do it for the weekends. Then all of a sudden it'd be Monday I'd get high, and then Tuesday I'd get high, and then I'd wake up in the morning and say fuck it, man, I'll just keep the blinds closed and get high from when we wake up. debonair. I can't dance, but when I'm stoned, I'm better than Fred Astaire. With a voice like Sinatra, I really can't sing. Looking in front of the mirror, posing like James Dean. Wake up, come on, let's get realistic. When I quit this shit, I get real distant. And I don't even look at my reflection. Sing shit, I sound like a trombone section. Stoned, I feel young. Detox, I feel old. Feels like my fucking heart's gonna stop, then explode. So cold, I start shaking, my body is aching. Well, that's what I get for partying in the Matrix. I got a problem, let's face it. While you listen to this song, I'm probably wasted. Acting crazy, people looking at me like I'm a psycho. Gotta give my head a shake, it's time to break this cycle. Need to, you know, you think you got that shit under control, but if I'm doing it every day, how could I be having shit under control? You gotta be happy with life as it is, with your mind clear, you know? It's kinda crazy, cause even when I think about like myself in the future, I think, yeah, I'll have like a little secret room in my house and I can go escape for the night and get stoned. It's kinda fucked up, I guess. It's like I'm incorporating getting high into my future. That's probably not the best look.
Most of us try to jump off rooftops and threaten to slit up Mr. 14. Only some succeeded and missed out on the late 90s underground rap scene. By 18 in that beautiful TV man, just a yarded and busy holes till it got red. The college girls tasted like diner food and cigarette sauce. Now the grown girls taste like a dozen years of free grip protein blend. Even whores won't touch you with the stick till you shave your face and lose the weight you gained in LA. Till you start convincing people that you're not sick and start to smile at the babies and the puppies and the passers-by, the symmetrical bodies and rhythmic strides. If you're looking at the boss and feel food, you've got nostalgia to feel tonight. And it's been so fucking long since you've had one hero that didn't disappoint or die.
Slaving away, digging the grave, madmen on the moon. Lunar gravitation, levitating, record crates amazing. Patience, patience, they all tell them patience. Wonders if when they were children did they swallow paint chips or climb power lines. Don't mean to whine, but I'm surprised they can find the inner peace to even sleep at night. Sleepless nights, insomniac with bloody eyes. Funny guy, at least until he had the ugliest of times between balancing rhymes and the financial situation. It's amazing how he keeps the third eye from turning cockeyed lazy. Tiresome society, schizophrenic. Ride the bipolar coaster, lie to your dentist. Tell him you want thrills. Sit back, relax, chill. Look up at the ceiling and imagine if you had gills. Till the drill hits, clutching the armrests. Fingers digging in, sick of flipping the kill switch. Power surge, oh yeah, I feel a burn. Wheels turning, spinal fluid churning, blood curdling. He runs his palm along this wall made of razor blades. Amazed by the trail of pain shaking through his DNA. Short and mache, soul screaming every day. In a demon service beast stinging through his veins. Chains, shackles, they rattle as the static crackles. Someday I'm gonna grab a bat and jack someone's Adam's apple. We'll take about turntables, crazy, weight and unstable. Ain't no way, it's not fable. I'ma chop the mic cable off and take it to the streets. From the alley to the bricks. Whip out this mic and piss on stage, wild every single mix. Jack in the pulpit with the wrath of a stepdad. Hoodie up, eyes glowing, swinging the pendulum. Step back, mental blade honed as I float the vocal stingray. Reaching inside your throat to swallow your soul like I'm a ring like this emperor returns to his throne made of skeletons. Alabama stares him down, he captured the gelatin. Talk Vader, barf and trapped inside this glass elevator. Heaven's stairway closed, take the highway to hell. Bells toll even through the catacombs, echoing the maddest flows, resurrecting dead vinyl. Lazarus arose, manipulating instrumentals, deafer than Apollo. Watercolor techniques, painting seizures, fresher than Picasso. Show like motion picture, developed in this house of mirrors. Shadow boxing samurai, scraping the wax out of your ears. Flashbacks, hourglass hypnotizing, widows weave webs, sands of time rewinding. They nod their head when they listen to this wobblehead, but never get the message cause they're 21 and bottle fed. Like autistic kids, hands still clapping. Wrote a couple of verses, now they think there be some MCs rapping. Back to the snake pit, hear the fangs drip uncomfortable like little children making out with sticky braces. Icarus sunburn, pain showing through his eyes, wings dripping as he plummets down to his own demise. Builds a time machine of his own design. 3 bullets later, face down. The cello cries, they grab him by his neck and choke his strings until he sings. Cause overseas for centuries he entertained kings and queens. Master's head got severed in the guillotine. Every single finger broken, corpse floated in the ocean. 20,000 leagues up the 1,000-yard stairs. Deep sea reminiscing, golden pocket watch still ticking. Down the abyss like a satellite in space. Davy Jones' universe of broken masts and booms, floating down the hallway of this ancient ship of Rome. Room by room, skeletons with rusty weapons for the gloom in this war room. Showed his lifestyle of drunken pleasure. Last man standing died happy with the sunken treasure. Blade through the belly fat, inserted through the navel. Life after death, baby Jesus cutting turntables like cradles. I'm rocking you all to sleep through the system, just plugging the quarter inch. Commence the brain rinse on the dark side of the moon in this boombox. Brewing moonshine, stewing turtle soup out of moon rocks. The clock stops.
I once knew a nigga whose real name was William. His primary concern was making $1 million, being the illest hustler that the world ever seen. He used to fuck movie stars and sniff coke in his dreams. A corrupted young mind at the age of 13. Nigga never had a father and his mom was a fiend. She put the pipe down, but for every year she was sober. Her son's heart simultaneously grew colder. He started hanging out, selling bags in the projects, checking the young chicks looking for hit and run prospects. He was fascinated by material objects, but he understood money never brought respect. He built a reputation cause he could hustle and steal, but got locked once and didn't hesitate to squeal. So criminals he chilled with didn't think he was real. You see, me and niggas like this have never been equal. I don't project my insecurities on other people. He fiended for props like addicts with pipes and needles, and so he felt he had to prove to everyone he was evil. A feeble-minded young man with infinite potential, the product of a ghetto-bred capitalistic mental. Coincidentally, dropped out of school to sell weed, dancing with the devil, smoked until his eyes would bleed. But he was sick of selling trees and gave in to his greed. Everyone trying to be trife, never face the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So Billy started robbing niggas, anything he could do to get his respect back in the eyes of his crew. Starting fights over little shit up on the block. Stepped up to selling mothers and brothers to crack rock. Working overtime, making money for the crack spot. Hit the jackpot and wanted to move up to cocaine. Fulfilling the Scarface fantasy stuck in his brain. Tired of the block niggas treating him the same. He wanted to be major like the cutthroats and the thugs. But when he tried to step to him, niggas showed him no love. They told him any motherfucking coward can sell drugs. Any bitch nigga with a gun can bust slugs. Any nigga with a red shirt can front like a blood. Even Puffy smoked the motherfucker up in the club. But only a real thug can stab someone till they die. Standing in front of them, staring straight into their eyes. Billy realized that these men were well guarded, and they wanted to test him before business started. Suggested raping a bitch to prove he was cold-hearted. So now he had a choice between going back to his life or making money with made men. Up in the sight, his dreams about cars and ice made him agree a hardcore nigga is all he ever wanted to be. And so he met them Friday night at 2:45. tryna be trife, never face the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be God's angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. They drove around the project slow while it was raining, smoking blunts, drinking and joking for entertainment, until they saw a woman on the street walking alone, 3 in the morning, coming back from work on the way home. And so they quietly got out the car and followed her, walking through the projects. The darkness swallowed her. They wrapped her shirt around their head and knocked her onto the floor. This is it, kid, now you got your chance to be raw. So Billy yoked her up and grabbed the chick by the hair and dragged her into a lobby that had nobody there. She struggled hard, but they forced her to go up the stairs. They got to the roof and then held her down on the ground, screaming, "Shut the fuck up and stop moving around." The shirt covered her face, but she screamed and clawed. So Billy stomped on the bitch till he broke in her jaw. Them dirty bastards knew exactly what they were doing. They kicked her until they cracked her ribs and she stopped moving. Blood leaking through the cloth, she cried silently. And then they all proceeded to rape her violently. Billy was made to go first, but each of them took a turn, ripping her up and choking her until her throat burned. A broken jaw mumbled for God, but they weren't concerned. When they were done and she was lying bloody, broken and bruised, one of them niggas pulled out a brand new 22. They told him that she was a witness for what she'd gone through, and if he killed her, he was guaranteed a spot in the crew. He thought about it for a minute, she was practically dead, and so he leaned over and put the gun right to her head.
I'm falling and I can't turn back. I'm falling and I can't turn back.
Right before he pulled the trigger and ended her life, he thought about the cocaine with the platinum and ice, and he felt strong standing along with his new brothers, cocked the gat to her head and pulled back the shirt cover. But what he saw made him start to cringe and stutter, cause he was staring into the eyes of his own mother. She looked back at him and cried cause he had forsaken her. She cried more painfully, and when they were raping her, his whole world stopped. He couldn't even contemplate. His corruption had successfully changed his fate, and he remembered how his mom used to come home late, working hard for nothing, cause now what was he worth? He turned away from the woman that had once given him birth, and crying out to the sky cause he was lonely and scared. But only the devil responded cause God wasn't there, and right then he knew what it was to be empty and cold. And so he jumped off the roof and died with no soul. They say death takes you to a better place, but I doubt it. After that they killed his mother and never spoke about it. And listen, cause the story that I'm telling is true, cause I was there with Billy Jacobs and I raped his mom too. And now the devil follows me everywhere that I go. In fact, I'm sure he's standing among one of you at my shows, in every street cipher listening to Little Thug's flow. He could be standing right next to you and you wouldn't know. The devil grows inside the hearts of the selfish and wicked. White, brown, yellow and black color is not restricted. You have a self-destructive destiny when you're inflicted, and you'll be one of God's children that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So when the devil wants to dance with you, you better say never, because a dance with the devil might last you forever. Oh, y'all motherfuckers thought it was over, huh? But it's not. You didn't count on a fallen angel getting back into the grace of God and coming after you. Y'all niggas ain't shit. Your producers ain't shit. Your fucking A&R ain't shit. I'll fucking wipe my ass with your demo deal. Yo, Diabolic, take this motherfucker's head off!
Go ahead and grip locks. I'll snap your trigger finger in 6 spots. You'll have to lip lock with hypodermic needles to lick shots. I watch you topple flat. Put away your writtens and holler back. Can't freestyle, you're screwed off the top like bottle caps. Beneath the surface, I'm overheating your receiver circuits by unleashing deeper verses than priests speak in churches. What you preach is worthless. Your worship defeat the purpose, like President Bush taking bullets for the Secret Service. Beyond what y'all fathom, I shit on cats and jaw tap them. Show no compassion like having a straight-faced orgasm. Tour jack them, have his half a 10 bitch suck my friend's dick. In the meantime, you could French kiss this clenched fist. Diabolic, a one-man brigade spreading cancer plague. Fist fucking a pussy's face, holding a hand grenade. So if I catch you bluffing, faggot, you're less than nothing. I just had to get that stress off my chest like breast reduction.
You motherfuckers are nothing, you cannot harm me. I'll resurrect every aborted baby and start an army. Storm the planet hunting you down, cause I'm on a mission to split your body into a billion one-celled organisms. Immortal technique could destroy your religion, you stupid bitch. You're faker than blue-eyed crackers nailed to a crucifix. I'm about to blow up like NASA Challenger computer chips. Arsenic language transmitted revolutionarily. I'm like time itself, I'm gonna kill you inevitably. Chemically bomb you, fuck using a chrome piece. I'm illmatic, you won't make it home like Jerome's niece. I'll sever your head diagonally for thinking of dissing me, and then use your dead body to write my name in calligraphy. This puppet democracy brainwashed your psychology, so you're nothing like diversity without equality. And your crew is full of more faggots than Greek mythology. Using numerology to count the people I sent to heaven produces more digits than 22 divided by 7. You like Kevin Spacey, your style is usually suspect. You never killed a cop, you not a motherfucking thug yet. Your mind is empty and spacious, like the part of the brain that appreciates culture in a racist. Face it, you're too basic, you're never gonna make it. Like children walking through Antarctica butt naked.
Yeah, I'm talking naked is the day that I was dragged here by my feet. Never felt complete until I looked them face to face and said, hey, hey, reflection, what you doing with my body? You tried to wrap him in rags, after this when there's no stopping. So Mr. Romance, it's time you tell the truth about how you traded your youth for a ticket to the kissing booth. A promise of protection paid up through last week. They're coming for you, it's no wonder that you can't sleep. Just don't acknowledge a pack of them in the attic. The aftermath of his absence will make you start to panic for sure, because you're out of control. I think you're losing your nerve. You're coming out of your clothes like you're just itching to burn. You're not a bad person per se, just a tad over interested in the truth. I'm not a good person, trust me. I just have a better excuse for why I pretend that I'm not you. Tattooed the white whale
across
my backside.
Only bit once, but it's enough to keep me alive.
Tattooed the white whale
across
my backside. If I live to see the next sun,
it's because he died. Yeah, I'm talking sacred as the night they laid my body on the stone slab. Made me choose between whether I'm staying here or going back. Ringing in my eardrums, running out of breath. Reason disappears, spirit rising from my chest, poking at my face, making it quite clear there's always blood to sacrifice in places they don't fight fair. Suit yourself, soldier, training camp is almost done. I'll finish washing up your brain, grab the remote and load your guns. I refuse to refill a prescription I don't need, or fulfill the duties of some shoes I don't fit in. The old me's addicted to the new world order, but the new me's withdrawing from the old world vision. Plug the flood from the perspective of a raindrop, hung to dry, dead by a thread coming out of clothes. It's evident we're not cut from the same cloth, learning how to cope with chaos, and we're getting close.
Tattooed the white whale
across
my backside.
Only bit once, but it's enough to keep me alive.
Tattooed the white whale
across
my backside. If I live to see the next sun,
it's because he died.